Hello, all my GMAT aspirants. Welcome to the GMAT YouTube channel by PW. This is Amit Rora, your VARC expert right here. So, as you're aware, in this amazing batch that is the GMAT Edge Plus, we are covering all the concepts where we are deep diving into specific topics, be it verbal, be it quant, and through these short bursts of high impact videos, we are planning to educate you and to help you cover your basics to advanced through these videos. ठीक है, तो चलिए, last time if you remember we started with conclusions. Today 100% we are going to continue doing that and we are going to deep dive into conclusions, but let's look at a few traps along the way. So all these videos, as you know, basically touch upon few theory, not much, and then of course examples along the lines of the GMAT focus edition. Chaliye. So last time we started with the concept of conclusions. We looked at the format, types of questions, and 100% we solved. Today we will take you into how do we eliminate the wrong options. How is it that you basically do not fall for the wrong options or the red flags, and 100% we will solve and we will do practice. This is all about me. You can read about me. Basically you need to know this. My name is Amit Rora sir. My favorite part is this. I like to call myself a rockstar creator because you guys are Amit sir, okay? Rock stars. Surely, let's get started. Now, if you know and if you remember, conclusions are nothing but the logical deduction, the net summary, the total outcome that is of the passage. How is it that we eliminate wrong choices in a conclusion and inferences question? So please remember, anything that is out of scope, anything that is alien, okay? So discard options introducing ideas, conclusions which are not supported. 100% that's a red flag. Please remember, your conclusion is directly an outcome of your passage. So it should be within the context, everything about it, the argument, the premise, okay? The stated part, the everything that is the the data part has to be around that, nothing outside. 100% extreme language, careful, red flag. Eliminate choices with extreme language that goes beyond the information. What is extreme language, sir? This could be something like always, never, most, all right, majority. So be careful. Contradictory information, 100% one option will tend to flip the option, or one option will basically go against the premise. ठीक है? When I say flip, flip का मतलब बहुत awesome है. If the passage is stating A leads to B, your option will say B leads to A. So that is wrong. All right. So remove options that directly contradict that the information that is presented in the passage. Be careful, be wary of these kind of options. So let this be like a ready-made checklist for you to easily refer back when you're solving. 100% irrelevant, we will not bother. So discard choices that provide info not necessary. What is the problem with irrelevant? A lot of students ask. Irrelevant matlab it could be either too narrow, it could be too specific, it could highlight a part that we really don't care. It's not the logical deduction or the logical outcome, so hence not to be considered. And finally, overly specific or overly general. These options are generally universal in nature and they could go beyond the scope of the passage. Please remember, they will have the keywords, they will still follow the concepts, so don't get confused. Okay? Choices that are too specific, which could be too narrow or too broad, don't directly flow. People, please remember, when I keep saying from the start of this video, that is context or scope of the passage. So if you're talking about say state level elections, you don't have to go to national level elections in the conclusion, and vice versa, because you have to stick to the context. That is what you have to keep in mind. Okay? Chaliye. So that's about it. Like I said, short, high impact video, little bit of theory, and we start solving immediately. First question on your screen. Again, I invite you, if you're advanced level, solve on your own, check the answer. If you're beginner to medium level, solve with me, and then we'll arrive at the answer. Let's read. Although parapsychology, okay, is often considered a pseudoscience, okay, it is in fact a genuine scientific enterprise. Okay, for again uska reason diya hai, it uses scientific methods such as controlled experiments, statistical tests of clearly stated hypotheses to examine the questions it raises. Now don't get confused, don't bother with these hi-fi words. All that we have to remember is the condition. Parapsychology to be considered a genuine science, to be considered this, ठीक है, we are highlighting this. What all does it need? It needs to use scientific methods such as this, ठीक है, also of this to examine the questions. That's all. So that's a necessary condition. Now let's go on to the question. The conclusion above is properly drawn if which of the following is assumed. So the reason why I got this question is what do we have to do in this question? Okay? So people, this is the conclusion which is already given. Now iska, what is the assumption is what is asked. So what is the thought process from the options which is been used to arrive at this conclusion? I know we are doing conclusion ka topic. Why am I giving assumption ka question? Just to refresh your memory. A, B, also this question looks like a conclusion question, but be careful, it's asking for assumption. Chalo, so let's refresh our memory. If a field of study can conclusively answer the questions, people, this is a red flag. Has there something been said? Answer questions. ठीक है, it is a genuine science. No, and genuine science नहीं, genuine scientific enterprise चाहिए. So keyword match. No, that cannot be the thought process. Since parapsychology uses scientific methods, it will produce credible results. People, red flag, out of scope. Where is given credible results? ठीक है, it does. And you have to focus on the starting point. Which option led to this? We are not looking at the outcome of this because it's assumption. So grow. See, any enterprise, not genuine scientific enterprise that does not use controlled experiments. Where is controlled experiments? Controlled experiments is there. And statistical tests, people. ठीक है, statistical tests. So any क्या enterprise, only one word that doesn't use this and this is not genuine science. People, genuine scientific enterprise दिया, genuine science. This option is incomplete. And people, you also see how this is flipping. This is an example of flipping. What did we say? For it to be genuine scientific enterprise, it needs to use scientific methods such as duck. ठीक है, scientific methods being the operational term. यहाँ पे what are we saying? Any enterprise that does not use this now is not this. People, it is flipping. It is going reverse. Reject. D, any field of study that employs scientific methods is a genuine scientific enterprise. People, here we go. This is looking brilliant because that's the condition. And basis this condition, can we arrive at this conclusion? Hell yeah. Now is it clear? Is it starting to make sense? So D is perfect. Since parapsychology raises clearly stateable questions, people, where is this coming from? Red flag. ठीक है, they can be tested in controlled experiments. Hey Bhagwan, controlled experiments is given, but people, nothing about this, out of context. This option is rejected. Correct answer was answer option D. I hope this is making sense. Okay? So people, here what I want you to observe, while all the answer explanation is given in a formal manner, okay, in a GMAT manner, which you can definitely read. The reason I wanted to solve it live and show you my thought process is you can follow either of the techniques. I love to follow my keyword based approach, which is the most important that I follow. Chali, people, let's not waste time. Let's go to the second question. Here we go. Environmentalist, ठीक है? The commissioner of the Fish and Game Authority would have the public believe that increases in the number of marine fish caught demonstrate that this resource is no longer endangered. Okay, ठीक है? This is a specious argument. Beta abhi ye word negative hai. All that you have to understood is this. You don't have to guess the meaning of the word, but you should at least know, okay, specious is a negative word. That's good enough for us. ठीक है? As unsound as it would be, and the hint is here, unsound is negative, so it's comparable. ठीक है? It would be to assert that the ever increasing rate at which rainforests are being cut down demonstrates a lack of danger to that resource. ठीक है? So people, now 100% argument is stupid because they are saying that अरे यार so many forests are cut down. ठीक है? मतलब कि 100% it could be. So the real cause of the increased fish catch, because the point is too many fish are being caught. So he is saying that array they are no longer endangered, is a greater efficiency in using technologies that deplete resources. So ऐसा नहीं है कि fish is in abundant supply, but the fact is that technology is so good कि we are able to catch it. The environmentalist statements, if true, best support which of the following? Now people tell, we have to say which of them is the outcome. So once again, keywords within the scope, nothing extreme. Let's go for it. Here we go. The use of technology, okay, is the reason for the increasing encroachment of people on nature. People very general reject. This is eliminating options ka Amit sir ka last point. It's too broad. ठीक है? We are not talking of that. It is possible to determine how many fish in the sea. Hey Bhagwan, red flag. In some way other than by catching fish. No, this is not the focus of the passage. People, are we focusing on how many fish in the sea? No. Third, the proportion, okay, of marine fish that are caught is as high as people. This is a red flag because comparison option. Remember, red flag. Okay, but let's compare. As high as the proportion of rainforest trees that are cut down each year. People, 100%, you cannot conclude this, and it is too definitive. This is extreme. How can you see कि जितना caught हुआ है उतना झाड़ गिरा है? Think. No. D. Modern technologies waste resources by catching inedible fish. This is too judgmental. We are not talking of edible versus inedible. And last, marine fish continue to be an endangered resource. Marine fish, okay, this is endangered. People, now 100% people, real causes increased fish catch. That means they'll get depleted at some point. Acha, all A, B, C, D were either out of context, either too extreme, either too definitive or irrelevant. E is the only thing that can be safely concluded, that yes, they continue to be an endangered resource. 100% yes, that is the correct answer. Basis keywords bhi laga lo to bhi chalega. Now do you understand? Okay? Now I know you can also think, sir, it could be endangered, it could not be, but unka depletion is happening. And the argument is basically debating this, because the rainforests are being cut down at an alarming rate, which the author is saying is specious. Okay? So people, then E is the only argument that can be safely drawn. Chaliye, ek aur question before I leave you all. Here we go. A sudden increase in the production of elephant ivory artifacts on the Mediterranean coast of North Africa occurred in the 10th century. Historians explain this increase as a result of an area opening up as a new source of ivory and argue on this basis that the important medieval trade between North Africa and East Africa began at this period. Okay? So people, suddenly this happened because a trade opened up, result of an area. Okay? It's the premise given. Each of the following provides some support for the historian's account described above, except what can help explain all of this? One doesn't. Which one doesn't? So chalo, let's start comparing people. A, in East Africa, so East Africa, gold coins from Mediterranean, North Africa. So East Africa, North Africa have been found at the 10th century given, but at no earlier sites. Hey, this cannot be the answer. People, this helps explain the trade, because gold coins have been found. Okay? That means 100% trading was happening. B, the many surviving letters of pre-10th century North African merchants include no mention of business transactions involving East Africa. People, this is also interesting. So there are letters. Pre-10th, there were no letters. Uske baad, they started letters. Kiska? North and East Africa. ठीक है, merchants. ठीक है, that means this can help explain कि हाँ हो सकता है, possibility. C, excavations in East Africa reveal a 10th century, everything is 10th century, change in architectural style to reflect North African patterns. 100% हो सकता है. That means East and North were trading, East and North say were getting, exchanges, they were getting influenced, and something or the other was happening. Interesting. D, documents from Mediterranean, Europe and North Africa. People, suddenly you've gone on to Europe. Okay? You have left Africa. that date back earlier than the 10th century show knowledge of East African animals. Now people, यहाँ पे थोड़ा new element has been introduced. Europe has been introduced. We are no longer talking about North and East Africa. That means this could be the answer, because except people, except read the question. E. East African carvings in a style characteristic of the 10th century depict sea-going vessels, very different from those used by local sailors, but of a type common in the Mediterranean. वापस से possible है. This also helps explain the trade between the two, and that it could have been done at that time. 100%. This cannot be the answer. That is why correct answer is answer option D, because you have to help choose any option which helps explain why the trading happened, and one option that didn't, which was obviously Europe, because it brought in a brand new element. Chaliye, so people, you can definitely read the answer explanations. The session notes will be provided to you, annotated ones. You have to log in on the web or the website, PW app or website, and definitely enroll in this batch for free. I hope these videos are helping you. At whatever point you choose to watch them, do leave a comment for me. Are you finding them useful? What other difficulties are you facing in the verbal part of the GMAT Focus Edition? I will create a video and get for you. Yeah, chaliye, that's about it from my end. Thank you so much for attending. Until we meet again, this is Amit sir signing off.